Dentistry. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the show. It's Sunday. We're just here to chat, destroy your faith in mankind, maybe even build it up some. So who do we have here so far? We've got Mediyarb, we've got Truth Seeker, and Max Vision. Awesome. Hi guys, how you doing? Good to see you. So I thought I'd play. We're playing 174 hertz here at the moment. Some beautiful imagery of I guess a fairy or a pixie or something. And yeah, some good background tunes. So I wanted to show you guys that, and hopefully lighten your load today. Yeah, needed, eh? Yeah, truth. Yeah, we'll get to the truth. That's why we brought up this 174 hertz and the nice picture of a fairy. Sometimes the truth sucks, but sometimes it's good. It's good to know the truth. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've done a lot of research into frequencies. We can get into that if you have any questions. Right now, I wanted to show you guys something else. We can discuss this for a few moments. All right, get ready for the horror. Well, we knew this anyway. Hey, Karen Lynn. You know her? Awesome. Truth sets the path, eh? Yep. So let's look at a little bit of truth here. We don't really have to say much. We don't have to think about this really too much to understand what's going on here. We knew this. We predicted this. Oh, hold on a sec. My wife has something. Hold on.
That's what he looks like an hour ago.
Oh my.
Long hair.
Okay.
And his kitty, Chi-Chi.
Cool. Just looking at pictures of my wife's nephew. Stomach punch, right? Endless frequencies, please. Yes, I do that. Yeah. Let me let's do that. You know that they're constantly bombarding you with frequencies, and electrons that damage your DNA. So it is a good idea to constantly feed yourself positive um, frequencies on a constant basis. What a delightful character. That's a good description. I like that. And we got plenty of power there. So again, we were listening to that video there. So what you do is, because you know now that that frequency is 174, you can go to a player like this. This is the best one that I've found so far. And you just play 174. You tune it in. 174 will be very quiet, actually. You'll barely hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Let's see if I can. Hi, Paula. How you doing? Guru Maximus. Oh, thank you. Here, let me. I have to turn this down. Let's see if you guys can even hear this. If I can hear this. Barely audible. 202. No, I should be hearing that. Why am I not hearing that? Media is at. Why are you not making sound? That's bizarre. Let's try this again. No. I have to restart my phone, I think. Something happened there, a glitch. But you can go on an app like that one that I showed you, and you can put in 174 hertz frequency. So yeah, I thought it was kind of, we need to really hammer this point home about Trump to all these people out there. We really need to hammer this point home that he's really part of the system. No matter how much he's kept himself apparently outside of it. I'm not, I'm not into him. How can you trust him? Sitting there at the World Economic Forum with these private guys. Lionsgate, triple conjunction, and super moon on 8th of August. Oh, wow. August 8th, that's 8/8. Double jeopardy. No. That's pretty cool, Karen. So yeah, I thought this would be a good image to show. Just to hammer the point home to, I don't know if anybody outside our group will be listening, but T had a chance to make a difference but walked away. Yep, Trump is not our friend. I'm not, so he is is he a member of the Club of Rome? That'd be horrible. Extensions of the Trilateral Commission and all these other commissions and NGOs. It's ridiculous. My wife is finally getting a grasp on how far this thing goes. And her question to me is, why hasn't anyone killed these people? Well, who's to say they haven't tried, you know? We would never be told. Hmm. Well, Trump would be the one with the most the most working brain of the two, right? Oh, good. Awesome. Sirius the Portal shines in Leo. We have help. We've been asking for help um, from the spirit plane and from the material plane. Yep, yep. You know, she's going through the anger stage. Why? how? How does some person come up with these ideas? How do they, you know, who, it's just in her innocent mind, her beautiful innocent mind, she can't imagine anyone who would conceive of these things, let alone try to implement them. Yeah, he's probably not, but I don't think he's double jabbed. I doubt it. Probably with a vitamin pill. It's Pence. Hmm. Right. So between kisses and gratitude to kill mode. Hey, Andy Groove, how you doing? Yeah, the common person just they really the average person, it's hard for them to even get their head wrapped around the idea that somebody would be that evil to want to do these things. And then you show them, that there are documents written back into the 70s. I was just watching a video about Henry Kissinger, what his documents were talking about. See if I still have that up. Yeah, the Kissinger report. I'll share that with you guys. It's the same. It's nothing new to us, but you know, it does. This is just some guy's commentary on it. He does use actual quotes from his writings. So exactly, they say it only to mislead people to take the jab. Right. Yeah, that's in itself is a crime, and they're not being tried for that crime. Yeah, well, that's the same with all of them, Libra Moon. They all, like, we've done comparisons of these people's images, like Trudeau and others, and they're not the same. They don't look the same. Yeah, Kissinger is one creepy guy. He was taught by Rockefeller, um, and Kissinger was the mentor of Klaus Schwab. So that's why every time I get terrified, every time they haul Kissinger out of the closet, because you know that somebody is going to die, that there's going to be a lot of death. When they start putting Kissinger on the TV and radio and stuff, we're in deep shit. People are going to die. Hi, Teresa. How you doing? Hey, Squirrel Sniper. How you doing? Good to have you. And so Kissinger, he was the mentor of Klaus Schwab. And of course, we know Klaus Schwab was the mentor of many of the politicians, nearly half of the cabinets they have penetrated. Yeah, I bet you penetrated it. No, they're not exactly like us. And my wife, I tried to explain to my wife how that's possible, how somebody could be so very evil and disconnected. And it boils down to a number of things. But you think of systemic abuse on an industrial scale, inbreeding, and if you're anyone of a soul or um, okay, Trump had a lunch meeting with Henry Kay. Yeah, that's horrible. That is just shitty. So yeah, these people, they really have to go. And, to understand how they can be like that, people who are abused and tend to commit abuses. And if you're born into a family, all with overdeveloped amygdalas and other reptilian parts of their brain, where they're very cut and dry, unemotional, and you kind of breed that into them because they don't breed outside their own family group much. So you're going to get genetic defects, and any one of them that has a soul or seems to have a soul, they get rid of at a young age. So how do they do this evil? They breed these people to be evil. They train them. Hey, beloved, it's a whole program been going on for generations. You know, and it is. It's even with that. It's so hard. Yeah, it's so hard to get that concept into somebody, like regular normal people, into their head. It is. It's so weird, right? And they have genetic diseases like the Ashkenazi. There's a theory that I've been bouncing around about the Neanderthal and the Ashkenazi. It's possible that they may be the real Neanderthals. We remote viewed them in the past, and we looked at what led to their demise. And yeah, the bloodline itself is disconnected. Squirrel Sniper, I think. The theory goes like this: that the Ashkenazis and many others are actually the remnants of the Neanderthal who tried to make a deal with us. We made deals with them, and I guess they got screwed in the process. So it seemed in this theory, it's the remnants of the Neanderthal that unfortunately had to breed with others outside their own race, that formed this Ashkenazi and these other groups. And they have, since the formation of their groups, when they got back together, I guess after we devastated them, that they tried to destroy us. That's why they only breed with themselves, and try to stay separate. How do they breed them to be same age as originals? I don't know what. Apparently they can. With cloning, they can speed it up. They can grow a clone in like apparently no time, like under a month or two. That's one of the theories I've heard. What you looking for?
Index cards.
Middle shelf. Yeah, Majestic 12 or over. Yeah. I hear 3 months from start to finish. Yeah. Yeah, that is insane. So, but they don't last long, apparently. They don't have a long shelf life. Like they can grow them fast, but apparently they don't last too long, and they start having hiccups and breakdown. Something like their cells start breaking down. I'm sure Squirrel Sniper would know. He seems to have done a little bit of research into that. Yeah, I don't know. So say all these people are completely replaced. Who are we fighting then? Who is running this? We've looked into that quite a few times too. And their ears aren't right and stuff. Yeah, eat special food. Mm-hmm. That's right. You have to be one of them to survive in those circles. You have to go along. to get along, or you'll get killed. And the island, they're playing this stuff. What island? Looking good today, Teresa. Nice. Hi, Scotty boy. How does this all fit in with Advantia Vendetta? I don't know. I didn't say it did. Yep, that's where I was getting. Paula, stop it. So yeah, every time we look, we see these reptilians. It seems we look for the controllers, and we saw them. We looked in so many different ways, but we have to get past the minions first. That'll be our first battle. After that, we have the real battle. And that's what people aren't preparing for. We have to prepare for that battle. And we need help with that battle. There apparently are people saying that we are getting help with that battle at this very moment. That ships and are being taken out. I don't know if that's true or not. I really hope it is, because these Dracos, reptilians, if they are in control, they've been doing such a freaking shitty job. Like, there are things we can do, like we could add more CO2 to the atmosphere, more methane, release more underground gases, and cool our atmosphere if that's what they want to do. We can make it thicker. This whole idea of getting rid of gases is just going to make our atmosphere thinner. Karma chameleons, yeah. I'm waiting for the big reveal on all this. It's just too crazy to believe. It is somewhat, yeah. Like if you in your head say, yes, I absolutely guarantee and believe that there are reptilians in control, you must have some damn good information. I do think that is what's happening, but I cannot guarantee it. I cannot prove it in any way, shape, or form. But I would love to. But I think the only way we're going to find out, is to fight and win this battle. And then we're going to have to fight and win that battle. And if we have help, I think we can do it. So, yeah, we were looking into, we looked into the fires in Vatican City. That's the center. That's the Viper Center right there. Yeah, me too, Truth Seeker. I don't see it either. And when looking into individual alien species, we've done that as well. We see greed. We see they want stuff. They're going to take stuff. And whether they're going to screw us over doing it is pretty likely, because they're much more advanced, probably much smarter. And yeah, we'd probably get taken advantage of. Yeah, I'd love to know for sure too. Watchers are watching. I just know. Yeah. I feel that we are getting help too, Desert Rose, but I can't prove it. I wanted that link and can't piece comments or read live chat. What? Barbecue the reptiles. Yeah, well, thousands and thousands of years. There's various theories on them rearing us, them creating us. Don't know if that's true or not either. There's just like, I just want our history, you know? A species without its own histories is lost, right? And we have been lied to for thousands of years. Buzzacino, hi, welcome to the show. Everyone say hi to Buzzacino. I think he might have been here before, but not for a long time. Said that in times of change, it's best to follow your flow, for in times of change, it's harder to lie to your heart. Yeah, it's good. I found a guy with a video of a creature in a portal. Looks legit. Yeah. What about you, Buzzacino? Have you ever seen any legitimate evidence, absolutely bona fide proof of reptilians? We're looking. Well, if you have a video there, send it, put it in chat there, B. Freeman, and I'll take a look. We'll take a look. But yeah, how do we prepare for that battle without help? With people with some people with equivalent or greater tech would be the only way we could survive it. Because if they are these great gods of old, they've caused or allowed to cause or helped along, at least in the viewings we've done, these cataclysms are aided. I had experiences in the past. Interesting. So even though we do have cataclysms and they may have not been so bad if they weren't aided by these other creatures. I guess we just call them reptilians. But we do also think that there's many different types of reptilians. There's, I know some little grays crashed in 45, about 100 miles from me. Cool. The only thing I have ever seen is, and I can't even prove it, what me and my wife figured was either an alien or an artificial human. Because he was dressed in the wrong period clothes. He may have just been an actor. But he was in almost 100-degree temperature, wearing several layers of clothing, all from the period of the 1920s to 30s. And he didn't have a bead of sweat on him, and he was wearing what you would wear in winter, without a bead of sweat on him, in 100-degree temperature. And he looked out of place, and his skin was absolutely flawless, which was very rare. A very rare thing to see. It may have been makeup. He may have been an actor. That's a possibility. But it was rather creepy, especially seeing that he didn't sweat. He was taking Area 50. Yeah, there's I've seen the stories of that. There was the live one. They cite the principle of non-interference as a reason for staying out of those happenings, but do you walk past burning house and drowning people? Yeah. There's the portal, the creature, and the second portal with two different creatures found it after class last night. Interesting. Saw a green UFO whilst I was in the garden one night with my family. It shone a green beam around the garden and then shot straight up and vanished within 2 seconds. Wow. It was in the papers, 1980. Nice. District of Columbia, DC is considered Area 51 too. Yeah, Area 51. We've looked there too. We've looked at them on maps as well. They show quite a lot. I agree, Matty. Must have been. Yeah. Yes, she. No, it was definitely a male. Actually, he looked like a South American male. Yeah, dark skin. So yeah, not a bead of sweat on the guy. Creepy, creepy. You were looking for the link. Okay. Well, see if you can find it. That's an we are but thoughts in the darkness. I'm an energy field, but being thoughts is a good way to look at it, or an interesting way to look at it. Are we the butterfly having a dream, or are we the man having a dream? Yeah, feelings all have a frequency, um, from your root chakra right up to your crown. Happier frequencies have a higher uh, or a higher frequency. Did a whole show on Andromeda 7 Friday night on frequency. Was it Chino? You have to post it. I can't get to the chat on my own videos right now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm coming back for the next play. I like the next scene. We'll all go back to the green room. We'll all have a good laugh, and we'll all say, "Hey, let's have another go. See how it goes this time." Uh-oh. Hopefully, we can turn it around and make it a like. How many years have these creatures been here? If we look at the Sumerian kings list, it looks like they've been here for 400,000 years. But that could have been just the first deluge. There's been multiple. They claim there's been multiple deluges, at least two that I would think. Yeah, it's detectable, Desert Rose. Our field is detectable up to 55 feet from us, so we have a much further reach than that. We have the reach of infinity because we're all connected. Right? The only reason you're holding together like this is because of an energy field. Absolutely. And with remote viewing, we reach even farther than that 55 feet. Yeah, link. Put a link in for that show so everyone can have a look. We went over a lot about frequency. Yeah, we do. We bleed off energy constantly. Desert Rose. That's part of the Akashic records. Energy never goes away. It always remembers what it is. I've always wondered with energy, how much memory does energy have? Like each, say, like a photon. How much memory does a photon have? Is it is it as much memory as the universe, or does it tap into the universe as well? Right? It might. We share the same energy fields with. We do. We share the same energy field with everything. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. There's way better games to play, Mediar. What's the frequency of ego? Well, what kind of ego? A good ego or a bad ego? A good ego may have a low, like a good ego, one who's in control of their ego may have a higher ego frequency. I don't know. But a bad ego would probably have somebody who is self-deprivating and stuff. That's a bad ego. Um, That could be a lower frequency. Ego is not just one thing, it's many things and many levels of ego. Excellent. I believe in a balance of ego myself. Yeah, just be able to balance it. Walk that thin line, right? You have to have an ego to know who you are, and but an over exaggerated or over expressed ego um, is not good for you, and people don't like to be around you. Hmm. A bad ego sells its energy. That's interesting. Yeah, water does have memory and can be programmed. That's why I say thank you and much gratitude to my water before I drink it. Also, at home, you can take little pieces of paper, put some positive affirmations on it, like love and thank you, and put that in your on your water containers. And every time you pick it up, you'll read that, and that thought will go to the water. Kill your ego? No, you can't kill your ego. You'd be nothing, and you're not nothing. You're a human being here for this experience, but an over exaggerated. What they talk about is ego, as in the pride ego. I have. They're really talking about an over exaggeration of pride. I'm the best. I know all the information. I'm the best psychic. I'm the most holy. But ego comes in many different forms, and that's they're only using ego as the overexpression form of it, whereas some people have a underdeveloped ego, and they need their ego bolstered. You know, so yeah, ego death. I don't agree with that either. I believe in balancing the ego. Yeah, right, Squirrel Sniper. And I thought we weren't supposed to be violent or killing things. Really, like, what an oxymoron. I'm going to kill something because I'm so loving and, spiritual. Well, you're killing something. I thought we were supposed to be loving. Yeah, everybody makes mistakes. Right, right. We have to admit to our mistakes, even, to get to a point where we can be balanced in the ego, we have to be able to admit to ourselves our mistakes, and regret them. You know, if you're not even able to admit your own mistakes, you're stuck down. You know, that's a bloated. That's an ego that's controlling you. Yes, yeah. You can use your ego for wonderful things. Yes. Having a happy ego, that's a good thing, right? A happy ego would want to spread joy and uplifting, right? So maybe you could go the other way to having a big ego, but a big loving ego. Extremely deep and lonely. Yeah, the dark night of the soul, the shadow work. That's takes a lot of time sometimes, and sometimes we have to do it again and again. And even now, they're trying to make you do shadow work because they're using the electronics to cause shadow work and old memories. They can trigger old memories, old hurts, old pains. And they're trying to do that to you to keep you in a lower vibration. To fully love, we seek inner self and learn how to balance out with ego. Yeah. 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 Egos need to be balanced. Have to be able to forgive. Yeah. 5 years shadow work. Yeah. I know. And sometimes they'll troll it back up on you electronically. That's why I use frequencies to counter that. And it's really helped. Frequencies in your life is amazing. Yeah, in the end, because you can love better. You definitely can love others much better and yourself. Always hide your toes. Yep. Send them, let them go with love and compassion. Parenting, interesting discussion. Yeah, it is. Forgiveness of yourself. That's always a hard one for many people. Some people forgive themselves immediately, but did they regret their actions? You know, that my toes are crooked, but I send them love anyway. Ego is circumcision and social security numbers. Oh, mine are pretty toes. I don't have my toes don't stink either. So if you got stinky toes, you got to keep those things to yourself. Or if they're grody toes, don't. We've done a grody toe show. We will not be doing that again. I almost threw up a little bit myself. Looking at the grody toes. That show is still out there. If you happen across it, that's your own problem. Don't take any. All I wanted to do was see what type of structure toenails were made of. And that went really wrong. Really wrong. Actually didn't show about toes. You've got to be. Oh yeah, well it was. I was looking up toenail structure. I forget why. Oh yeah, that was awful. That was really awful. No, it wasn't actually about toes. It's just one of the offshoots we got. But I did a Google search on toenail structure, and it gave us a whole bunch of diseased, grody looking toes. It was totally unintentional. Now, let's see if my frequency generator is working. There we go. So let's try 174. See if you guys can even hear that. Let me pause this. It's slightly audible, I would say. So a lot of these frequencies that I listen to are in the lower spectrum. A lot of the healing frequencies. Some of them you use can't go up to 10, 20,000 hertz. megahertz even, and higher. But the ones that I use are in the range of, under 1,000 hertz. That's 174. And every night I play 528 and 432. And I suggest you guys try it. You'll have the best sleep ever. So you can take an app like this, just leave your phone plugged in. Actually, I had them set. So I'll go to 432. This is fun because it does this whole, it sounds like a bomb or something. 432. And sometimes you can stop it at a point and listen to the oscillations. Those are neat. So I sleep to that every night. And I will tell you, you will get great sleep. You will wake up refreshed. And I really suggest people try that. You can also, I don't use my phone for that anymore. I use a computer. What I do is I put on, let me see if I have them up still. 8 hours, I have the 432 up. I like these two videos. I'll give them to you. They're 8 hours of pure tone frequency. And all I did was type in 528 pure tone and 432 pure tone. You have to play the two at the same time, which isn't a problem if you have a computer. You can also download these and not use the internet to do it. Do you wake up and that's good, Scotty boy. A lot of people do have trouble with sleep. Pet dolphin. No. Yeah, I love the way it sounds. After it settles into your mind, it sounds like Om. I hear Om at night. If you just listen to the tone and let it resonate through your body. It's actually very similar to a dial tone. The old dial tone was done in 432 hertz. Play these very low. You don't have to have them playing loud, especially your first few times, because it can give you a headache. You'll have to adjust to hearing these frequencies. Oh no. That sucks, Paula. Sorry to hear that. Glad to see you're cycling a lot. That's awesome. Must be enjoying it. Yeah, I've been thinking of putting out some videos myself with all the chakra frequencies. And all the Schumann frequencies with their associated colors, so that you can just play the video and watch the color, and that will amplify the frequency because the color carries the frequency as well. I have everything except for the violet. Violet is a hard color to find. Yeah, you have to get used to them. It does take a while sometimes. I played them too loud the first few times I did it, and it gave me a headache in the morning. So be careful with them and play them low. That's all. Right, Desert Rose? It is. No, purple's below the violet, 852. And then there's blues. Violet, purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. And there's all their associated frequencies, 963 to 396. Yeah, I think I did one before, and I did it with a candle, which was kind of nice too. I think I will do that again as well, because you can focus on the candle, and that should fade into the color. But I want to do them for like hours, which means I just have to make a setup and ensure that it's completely silent for several hours. Colorblind? Well, the resonance of the color will still come at you. Everything contains resonance. So the color will still be good for you because you'll absorb it in your skin. Right on, Teresa. Led Zeppelin sets me up in a cage match with Lamb. So far, he's ahead. Yeah, you can take him. Sip to you, beloved. Yeah, so that's my plan. I don't know how. I'm not very technically savvy, so I don't know how I would do it any other way or get the sound except through the microphone. I'm sure some of you would know, but I don't know. I think it'll work good that way. No, I don't go to public showers. I don't do toes. And for me, it's horrible because most of the people I know have grody toes or they stink. So, in what way, True Seeker? Through the resonance pattern, probably. But yeah, 174 is to healing to reduce stress. Nice. Yeah, we have played 174 for a while. It's also the happiness frequency. There are many others, like 369 will reduce stress and anxiety. You can learn all their associated. What's that, Scotty boy? You're colorblind too, okay. It's usually just yeah, you'll still get benefits from the colors, even though you can't see them visually. Teresa's getting into the frequencies. Don't know the frequency on that last one, but it worked great. Yeah, just keep trying different ones. Yeah. But yeah, that's my plan for the future. Plus, I'd like to be able to play my own videos and instead of having to play other people's frequency videos. That's all right. Sorry about your tires there, Paula. So So those are the two main videos that I listen to. And I use energy enhancement frequencies during the day. The higher frequencies on the chakra system will do that as well. Also, I like playing some low frequencies too. It is suggested that you can play a higher frequency, like 432, with a low frequency like 2.4, which is like Abrams healing, and you can experiment with these different frequencies and see how they feel on you. Another great one is 7.83 or Schumann resonance. I'll play one of those because I love it. Let's just use, let's see, no, not the Kissinger report, this one. Okay. There we go. Oops. 3.
Helen Hadsell was able to win any competition she took part in. She was known as the contest queen.
I don't like that one. Pure tone. There we go. Let that sink in for a bit. Please play this, Max. What's this? TikTok. Again with the TikTok. It's Chinese-owned propaganda machine. If you hear the pitch after it stopped, you have a soul. Eddie Yarb says 432, 4 plus 3 plus 2, 9369, God frequency. It's astrology. Well, what is it? I have to go to YouTube. Oh, TikTok. Well, tell us what it says. Oh, I can hear myself in the background. Hold on. How long is this? Okay. You know I don't like playing TikTok. Get off the TikTok, Paula. Is that it? Yeah, okay.
July 31st, there will be a conjunction up on July 31st. There will be a conjunction between Uranus and the North Node, as well as Uranus and Mars, encouraging intense spiritual growth, shock, and disruption. We might see something so wild occur on the world stage that we will think the Matrix is glitching. The conjunction will occur on July 31st at 3:04 p.m. ET. The North Node guides
Well,
your
that's
soul
like
purpose.
now.
Uranus represents rebellion and revolution, and Mars brings the anger. The energy of this collision will push us forward as a mass and then personally for a major defining move in your life. This alignment suggests revolutionary changes in our economy. Perhaps a major money makeover accelerates sooner than we think. Buckle up on July 31st. There will be a conjunction between Uranus
So
and
that's
the
now.
North Node, as well as Uranus and Mars, encouraging intense spiritual growth,
Let me check
shock,
something
and
here.
disruption. We might see something
Sky
so
maps.
wild occur on the world stage that we will think the Matrix is glitching.
Let's find
The
Uranus.
conjunction will occur
Oh, we
on
got
July
that.
31st at 3:04 p.m. ET. The North Node guides your soul purpose. Uranus represents rebellion and revolution, and Mars brings the
and,
anger. The
Jupiter.
energy of this collision will push us forward as a mass and then personally for a major defining move in your life.
Where'd you go?
This alignment suggests revolutionary changes in our economy. Perhaps a major money makeover accelerates sooner than we think. Buckle up on July 31st. There will be a conjunction between Uranus and the North
No,
Node,
Max, please don't.
as well as Uranus and
Please
Mars,
don't.
encouraging intense spiritual growth, shock, and disruption. We might see something so wild
Oh, I can't
occur
find it on the
the
set.
world stage
Okay.
that we will think the Matrix is glitching. The conjunction
Okay,
will
so
occur
that's
on
right
July
now.
31st.
Okay. Time of the alignment. There you go, eh? Disruption. Disruption for who? I hope some people get some disruption. No, Max, please don't. Are you just going by? Is that the idea? Would you? No? Okay. Okay. Let's see. North Node got less painful for sure. Okay. Oh, happy birthday, Paula. Much love and happy birthday to you. That's awesome. Yeah, don't play on the roof today. That's good advice, Scotty boy. Oh, hold on. You're destroying my new set. There you go. Okay. Do you need some screen time? Is that what it is? See, everybody looking at you. You're so handsome. You are the bestest. Yes. So that's pretty cool, Paula. Do you know what time were you born? I think you were born at midnight, wasn't it? Was it midnight? I know a couple people that were born at midnight. Hey, Alex, how you doing? Disruption for Paula. Well, let's hope it's just a couple of tires. Yeah, happy birthday, Paula. North Node is the point of destiny. you follow throughout your life. Okay. Let me turn that down a bit. I have the 7.83 playing in my ears still. Okay. Stay firmly planted. My time was 6:12. Okay. How are you doing, Alex? Good to see you, buddy. I was born at 0 hour. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, you're really leaving. Okay, Desert Rose, much love to you. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, cool. Hey, Scotty boy. Hey, Pearl, how you doing? Good to see you, hon. I hate to cut a tree, but it's got to be done. Hey, Freedom Grower, how you doing? Everybody's showing up now, eh? That's cool. You missed all the fun chat. We had our, gosh, we've been over so much. Yeah, happy birthday, Paula. Damn AI. Let's see, I got to catch up to you guys. Yes, please. I'm 12 stringless. What? 12 stringless. Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that. Sabbath in the flesh. Okay. New energy tomorrow, 5 universal month. Expect big change and transformations. Well, yeah, let's all take a few moments, and we can put some intention in that. You know, there is an energy field. There are energy fields that come from the planets and the stars, and if you tune your eye, you can see that. And what it looks like is waves. It's a lot of times it's the stuff that gets in the way of your viewing. So this is a different type of exercise for those of you who have practiced remote viewing here. I want you to close your eyes and not think of anything. And if you allow your eye to see nothing, there's never nothing, you'll start to see the fields. And oftentimes they'll look like waves going across each other. Sometimes you'll see so many waves it looks like cacophony. But eventually your mind will be able to pick out a few of the waves. So try that. Close your eyes. And you'll see them emanating from different directions. There's one from the earth. There's one from the sun. There's one from other planets. And you can see them. They radiate in alternating white and dark colors, or just light and dark. And it's the same thing. You want to add some harmony to it. So you're searching through these patterns and waves and looking for disharmony. And you'll see it. Sometimes it'll come like, have you ever seen wave patterns cross and they don't look right because they're so disruptive? That's what you're looking for, something like that. Something that's off colored or off shape. And you want to concentrate on that energy if you find it. Just like healing, you want to smooth it out. Just with your intention, you can smooth that energy out. You'll have a small effect by yourself, but there are others wishing for the same types of things, for things to be maybe as they were in the past, in the delusion. They want the delusion to be real. And they'll add energy to your energy because they're similar thoughts. Does this require pants? No, no pants required. So if you guys find anything, take a couple minutes and just smooth it out. We want smooth, even energies, not disruptive, disjointed ones. Something over there. And if you can see the energies from the sun, and they're good energies, you can also add to those energies with intention. Take as much time as you need. I smoothed out my little spot. Right. That's right, Scotty boy. And it's hard to comprehend how much power our minds actually do have because they're added to. So it's not just you. You're not doing this completely alone. Nice. Yeah. Scotty boy's got the idea. So we put a little love and intention towards having things turn our way by smoothing out the energies, making them more harmonious. These disruptive forces will be called out by their energy. They don't mix well. Here's some people who don't wish that energy to be well balanced. If anybody with the resources to help us with that problem, or the ability to make changes that are beneficial, be much appreciated. I don't know that doing anything to them would benefit us. Not sure. So how many of you saw we lost a bunch of people. How many of you saw the patterns? I think Scotty did. So that's an action you can take on your own at any time. You saw them, a couple of oddballs. Yeah. Saw a couple of spikes for me and some incongruent patterns. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's the dude. One was like a snake crossing through the others. Neat. Scotty did most definitely. Awesome. You may or may not see them, but you might see just the disruptions. You might not see the patterns. One was a series of circles pulsating like a slinky. Yeah. So most of the planets and energies look like me. They radiate in waves, dark and light. That's no dude. Yeah, we did a show about that. I don't. I'm not necessarily convinced he is either. Also, it was a kilter. Yeah, yeah. The slinky was at a diagonal angle. It's a very large ritual blade. Yeah, that guy is sorely mistaken. I hope so. Yeah, I don't know. They seem pretty convinced that they're going to be able to do what they want to do. I saw a video on Badass Uncle Sam. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Badass Uncle Sam. He's an elderly gentleman who stands on the street corner and talks to people. He's got a little cart with all the propaganda that the state's putting out, and he just talks to people about what's going on. He had a guy on who claimed he worked for the military, and that March 24th, I think it is, come next year, they're going to flip a switch and he went into the slump shoulders. Slump shoulders quite a bit. Possibly. March 24th, they're going to flip the switch, and that'll get them down to the percentage they want. I told my wife about that, and she said, that is going to be horrible. Like all those dead people just lying around everywhere, you know? And if you've got 10% of the population left, you know, how many of them are going to be in shape to clean up this this mess that they left? That would be a horror show, you know? Oh, I don't think so, Scotty boy. Saw Earth's fields breaking down the dark on ley lines. Cool, Karen Lynn. Is that a fella? Yeah, I don't know. Even our manly, apparently looking Prime Minister, Justine Trudeau, you know, Jacinda Arden, or whatever her name is, Jacinda. I don't know. Are they planning on the Kingsman 2 plot? I don't know what that is. Yeah. it'll work on the, apparently it'll work on the jabbed. So that'll, I don't understand their thinking on that. It makes no sense. So that theory kind of, I don't know, because those that are jabbed, they're the compliant ones. Wouldn't you want to save them? Those that are compliant and will allow you to off them at any time. Plays Disco Inferno at the end. Yeah, I know that song. Saw the energy line gobbling up a couple of the others. What the hell is that about? Yeah, there are other people out there putting their energy out, Teresa. This is we're fighting the serpent that's been around for thousands of years. Assholes messing with the wrong kitty. Right on. Maybe they like the challenge. Yeah, maybe that's a possibility. And with the control system that they have and they're putting in place, like I'm seeing cell towers just go up everywhere. Yeah, you got it, Teresa. Yeah, that's other people's energy being put out there. So we're fighting the snake. Yeah, the snake eating its tail is pretty much, yeah, that's the Milky Way. If you ever get far enough up north, you'll see it. You'll see the snake eating his own tail, the whole thing. And it looks like a snake head eating its own tail. It's very beautiful. When I was up north, I thought that they were clouds in the sky. There were clouds in the sky. But there weren't any clouds in the sky because it was minus 35 in the middle of the night. And the clouds I saw were the Milky Way. And you could see the snake. Westworld had flies. Yeah. Mind controlling parasites. They use sound waves. Yep. They're not far off there, Loretta. Mm-hmm. Yeah, love and gratitude and kill. Well, you don't have to kill in anger. See, even I don't know. I suppose it's maybe being too Canadian, but I wouldn't hate those people that I kill. I just know that they have to be. If it comes to that, you don't have to kill in anger. You can kill out of love for those that would be damaged. If this person continues to live. Yeah, I was up in Fort McMurray in Alberta, way up north. It's not even that really. It's not right up on the north, but you can still see the whole thing. All right, Teresa, you have a great day. Well, they do it, right? They have books and plans in place to do it right now. They are doing it right now. No soul, no energy, no real harm. Well, that's one way to think about it. I do believe that they're disconnected from source as much as you can be. I don't think you can ever be completely disconnected, but certainly on the negative side of things. How do we have a soul? Well, I think everything has some. Well, every living creature. Uh, how do you have a soul? It's carried by the waters, apparently, in the living form. It's the living waters. How do you prove a soul? Well, you can prove an energy field, Loretta. Sorry. You can prove an energy field. Are sociopaths soulless? No, I don't think so, Loretta. I just think they're much lower vibration, and they deny their connection. They may have a limited ability for connectedness too. That's possible as well. Like God sort of that. Well, I don't know that we have to kill them. I don't know. I do believe in redemption. If these people turned themselves around now and took what they did and used it for good, which they're not going to do, they think they're using it for good. That's the thing, right? These people believe in their cause. Many of them. I don't know if they're like these NPCs. I don't know if they're not living beings. The original hack feeding off that flow, maybe. Well, as I say, Loretta, I don't think anybody's completely soulless. I just think that they're much more disconnected. Um, their soul would probably be of a very low vibration. Um, they have many, many lessons to learn. So I do think we reincarnate. I think that we reincarnate to complete our energy field to its highest level. You might call that 5D or something. I'd call it 13D because I think there's 13 fields of energy that we have to complete. Well, because we are separate in the living experience, right? We don't have access to all information all times, right? We're kept in the meat suit so that we're the chunky bits in the soup, Loretta. That's how I like to describe it. Yeah, I think they do reincarnate, Jojo. Absolutely. You want to stay up for a week? Well, I think that some of us, Loretta, like if you're even a completed energy field, I think a lot of people choose to come back and live lives again and again because they're evil people that are staying here and they want to live forever, right? So there's got to be some warriors coming back, some completed souls, I think, that are here to help, or some that are close to completion. I think I would come back just to help balance things out because balance is important. And there's some pretty big evil out there, and it needs a lot of balancing. They actually they actually look the same too. Oh yeah, Jojo, I've seen that. The images of people from the 1800s and their doubles. Yeah, I've seen that. Lots of those. I've seen Greta Thunberg, her double in she was panhandling for gold. The double slit experiment. Yeah, I'm on the fence about that one. God doesn't let. I don't. Not really that into that one. There is work to be done. Yeah, it takes too much data space to keep it running if you're not at that level. Interesting. But yeah, I would myself, even if I was a completed soul, I would keep coming back, balance it out. One of my rare o- orbs, OBEs. I looked at myself and saw a young woman who said she is me, and she is a warrior who's waiting her chosen time to do what she's here to do. Absolutely, I call that the hero's journey, Loretta. We're all put here to do things. We're all here for a purpose. And, completing our energy, or fulfilling our energy, or piecing your soul together in a complete form is the goal, I think. But that's, yeah, I would definitely agree with that, Loretta. And that's my theory on reincarnation. I think at some point it just becomes a choice, maybe. That's a possibility as well. Um, oh, the experiment that changed only when being observed. Yeah, that shows the power of the mind. Yeah, of our energy. Yep, out of body. You can do that too. That's a great thing to practice because you can realize that you are not your body. Is that what your soul is? Saved to a thumb drive? That's what the deletes want to do. They want to be able to upload themselves to a computer. And the other night we were looking at what the computer thought art was, and we saw what a distorted view it was of the world. And I was thinking about that today. So, what do they? That's what they make of images, and that's what they kind of see the world as, maybe a disjointed and blurred kind of place. So, how do they understand our thoughts? How does AI understand our intentions? How could it understand love or anything like an emotion if it can't even understand uh, life moving? It seems like it can only really understand and analyze life as just the experiences. Okay. Um, in a very disjointed way. So it would need us to guide it. I can't. You can't what? Eating loose and starfire. Yeah, maybe. Yep, the vampire ideology. Yeah. And it does seem that there are energetic creatures out there that do that. It does seem like it. There's the old joke, I had a girlfriend and she sucked my energy out. But quantum entanglement, yeah, is absolutely true. Who knows what kind of rituals and rites they do to maintain this family line and the soul line. And that goes back again. I always think, are they the remnants of the Neanderthal? And we've been lied to because we know that they take the genetics from us, but these 23andMe, they lie to you all the time. If any of you, which I hope you haven't, have done any of that genetic testing for your ancestry, just know that they often lie. They make it up. Yeah, balance of the ego. Yeah, we have to balance our egos so that they don't control us. What's that if we're not? You lost me, Scotty boy. We're not an ancestral simulation. Okay. What did we have? You did the DNA stuff? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've heard too, Loretta. Went down that hole, it was ugly. Yeah, I was watching. They caught some of these people talking, and they'll like apparently they'll throw in African DNA just to because they're smug about whatever social justice thing they want to put on you. you know, well, you're white, you're all white. Well, here you're part African. That'll make you less prejudiced. How do you even these people. Well, ego again. What kind of ego, right? Good ego or a bad ego? Scared ego? I ordered a home blood type kit. Cool. Yeah. I know my blood type, so. Yeah, I have an ego. Not sure if it's perfectly balanced, but I'm working at it. Yeah, that's what I've seen, Loretta. Is that most of them don't show up with a lot of Neanderthal. It's an interesting theory. I can't prove it, but I don't know. They say that the Italians, I think it was the Italians, have the most Neanderthal DNA of anyone. My ego saved my life once, many times. If you didn't have an ego, you wouldn't really have any sense of self-preservation. Kind of important. Yeah, that's what I've seen too. I've heard, specifically Italians. Apparently, that's what I heard anyway. Hmm. Yeah, cleansing bath is always good. Huh. What's the difference between ego and soul? Oh, I'd have to think about that one. Do you carry ego into the afterlife? I don't know. Ego seems to be more of a living thing, right? Yeah, yeah, that's a good question, Loretta. Why are we so different? Also, I'm Italian, so Neanderthal here, possibly, Loretta. Yeah. Um, yeah, Nye Miller saved you every once in a while. I was having a conversation about that today. A young girl thought that we should get rid of all the guns, and I explained to her how in areas like New York right now, they are actually stopping mass shootings by common citizens being able to carry guns. A well-protected population, and if these nut jobs can get a hold of guns, so it's they can get a hold of guns anyway. It's not really a problem. If you want to get something, you can find a way. So having a well-armed and well-trained citizens is really the best defense against all of these crazy people. But they're actually making these people crazy. So we have to stop that too. We have to get to the root cause of it as well. Yeah, I think the soul, Karen Lynn, is the energetic memory of what you've completed in your life's journeys. And that's what you take with you. The memories are probably accessible, but not in that field, maybe. I don't know. It's an interesting question. I wonder if your ego does carry over. Sense of pride, maybe? I don't know. Maybe if your ego carries over it, I don't know. Wouldn't a completed soul though have just well, I don't know, maybe a balanced ego? They would carry the energy signature of a balanced ego for sure. But whether they have an ego, I don't know. Very interesting. So do you think spirits that are attached to the body and the life they had, they definitely have ego. So there's a thought put in there, because the ego is attaching them to the life they had instead of allowing them to move on. Yeah, so you would think as an energetic form, a balanced ego or an unbalanced ego probably would carry over. That's a good point, Grumpy Stack. Exactly. Good one. I like working through these thoughts. You're from El Paso, Jojo? Cool. You should go back there. Sounds like a nice place. You're not from Melmac. The ego can be prideful, yeah. And I wonder if if every incarnation, say you had a completed soul, would your incarnation be prideful, or would it be balanced in its ego? Because we do go through experiences in our lives that do shape and mold us as well, as the spiritual aspect and the astrological and the family. There are many aspects that affect us. It's not just one thing when we live our lives. But I do believe we are attracted to energies that we are lacking in our field when we're born, or when we go into the womb. I think we go towards an energy field that's lacking in us so that we can fulfill that field. Yeah, that's an interesting thought, Karen Lynn. Maybe a tragic, painful, scary death and trauma triggers the ego and it anchors it back. Yeah. Sometimes, too, I think with a lot of these apparitions, with some of them, they're kind of like, it's not really a soul stuck there. It's just a memory because it was such a emotional memory in in those people's lives. That's a possibility as well. My sisters went to Bel Air. I don't know where that is. And how did you get the name Johan in America? That's an interesting one. I thought you would have been. Are your parents South African or Dutch or Jojo? No stores, but Bel Air is nice. Well, that would suck. Is it one of those? There's a lot of fresh food deserts in the States. They're happening in Europe now, too. The stores are running out of food, so go and buy some bulk food, guys. It's going to get real expensive. So, Andrea and Margot. Okay, that doesn't help me. Still doesn't tell me whether they're South African or Dutch or how you happen to get the name Johan. Well, that's interesting, Jojo. That's a neat story. A nurse named you. That's neat. Neat. Yeah, good to stock up. Just buy a little extra every time you get some money. Put it aside. You know, if you can buy bulk, do it. If you've got the funds to go out and buy some bulk items, or even some of those survival buckets. Some of them are apparently better than others. I plan to ride out the apocalypse on peanut butter and jam sandwiches. I even got Nutella and honey, so, and I'm good for sandwiches. I can make my own bread. So, oh yeah, I'm experimenting with. Oh, there's Ransom. Just posted. Didn't show up. I thought he was going to come by and talk about his. He had some interesting things to talk about, but he didn't come by. Yeah, it is kind. It's a neat story, Jojo. Propane and propane accessories. I'll tell you what. I do wonder what might be in the survival foods. Yeah, me too, beef food. I don't buy the survival stuff. I just buy, like I bought flour. You know, honey's going to last forever. The unnatural peanut butter. Don't buy like pure peanut butter. It won't last as long as one that's got canola or some other oil in it as a stabilizer. They'll last longer. So like Skippy or that will actually last a lot longer and store a lot better than a pure peanut butter. And the same with a lot of the other condiments and stuff. And again, it's survival food. So, you know, you can try to do it all holistic and that, but it won't last as long, unfortunately. I already live on just grape juice. I'll be fine. Nice. You just got to get a bunch of juice powder. Big bag of rice. No, you need many bags of rice. Like if you were, okay, so you kind of have to estimate how much you're going to eat, right? Yeah, I put sugar in rice, and I bought a bunch of raisins, a whole big sack of raisins, so I can make. My wife likes rice pudding with raisins, so yeah, and a big pack of cinnamon, so I can make rice pudding after we have the peanut butter sandwiches. Yeah, and the sugar will give you a lot. Will give you energy. It's not the best for you, but again, it's survival. Yeah, we all have to be recycled, right? Oh well, that's see Loretta. Now some people you can just cook them. You could be cooked in your own juices. Raisins would be good. Rice pudding is tasty. Yeah, extra sugar. I like low sugar stuff. Oh God, Loretta. Let's not go there. They had to do, apparently bands of children resorted to that in Cuba during their starvation period when they were embargoed to hell. Why isn't our government ripping up the streets and planting crops like Cuba did? They ran out of fuel and food, so their government, before they completely ran out of fuel, they took bulldozers and they ripped up all the streets and they planted crops. And everybody started taking care of crops, and that's how they survived. What's our government doing now that they're telling us there's going to be food shortages and fuel shortages? Are they ripping up the streets to save us, to make us food? I don't think so. You like sticky rice? I bought several different types of rice. I like brown rice. I like basmati rice. Um, I love jasmine rice too. So I have several different types of rice. I do love rice. Loretta's still trying to offer herself up as nutritional supplements for the children. It's very loving of you, Loretta, but yeah, I'm all stringy. I wouldn't. You'd have to cook me a long time. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Well, buy what you can, Scotty boy. Um, it's going to be it's going to be tough in a while. We may never completely run out of food, but the store shelves in some areas are getting pretty empty. I saw one in, I think it was somewhere in Europe. It might have been Italy, where they had one shelf in the entire store full, and it wasn't even completely full, and it was only about 8 feet long, and that's all they had. Yeah, I'm also getting concerned that our famine may last longer than a year or two. We may be looking at 5 years from what they've done already, like from the damage they've done already. At this point, it would probably take 2 years to recover. The longer we go, the longer it's going to take to recover. Yeah, that's a good start there, Scotty boy. That's a good amount. But I'm thinking we might be going a lot longer than we think. If they're not fixing it at this point, it's just going to get exponentially longer and worse. I used to be optimistic. I was optimistic about it a while ago, a short time ago. but I'm starting to see signs that it's getting to be scary out there. Not in my city at the moment, but on the outskirts of various areas. So I want to see you guys all around here in a year or two. Yeah, yes you can, and they're delicious, Loretta. They are absolutely delicious. You get some beans, some rice, some flour, some grains. Stop it, Scotty boy. No puppy mills. Yeah, I go in kicks. I go on kicks, Scotty boy. Sometimes I'll eat rice for like a month or two, and I'll switch to like grain, some other grain. Eat some flour for a rice or two. I'm all over the place. I was really on a sandwich kick for a little while, but that was also experimental because I wanted to see how much flour I would go through in 1 month period if I made bread, enough bread to eat for that month. And I underestimated how much I would need to make it the new amount of time. Yeah, you could sell the puppies. Yeah, good trading chip. Another thing you guys can do too is you guys get. I did this the other day. Just I collect change, and if you collect change and you just get a magnet, like I had a pretty big bowl of change, and I didn't get a lot out of it, but you can go through change. I know a guy that actually does this for a living. My wife did. He used to come by the bank every day, and he would grab a couple $100 in quarters. And then a couple hours later, he would bring them back all rolled up. And what he was doing with them is he was going through them for silver. So there's still in circulation pure silver coins. You can tell by the sound of them as well that they're silver and nickel. I have some nickels too, but mostly dimes and quarters. And that'll be worth something in a while. Silver is at a really low price right now. And the reason I think that is because of the war, because of Russia. They want to keep the silver and gold at a low price to devalue the ruble. So right now is a good time to buy silver as a trading item. Yeah, just go through it with a magnet. I went through it twice just to make sure, and I did miss a couple of. Sometimes they'll stick, so you got to go through it a couple of times. Bought a boat, had $6,000 in change. Nice, Scotty boy. Soda cans for stock. Yeah. Yeah, I have real pennies too. Hi Travis, how you doing? I have a big old sack of pennies. You went to a silver? No silver. Wow. Yeah, check the coins. Like a quarter is worth, well, it used to be about 250. I don't know what it is now, but a quarter's worth of silver would probably be, I guess, maybe $5. Probably around 250 to $5. But there was a guy that actually made a living doing that, just going through coins and pulling out the silver. Let's see how much. I'm going to check that out. Yeah, it's about 250 US. And 80% content in the US coins. So it's about, yeah, 244. So each quarter would be worth about 244. Yeah, I have real copper. A few dollar bills, yeah. No, we got rid of pennies. They took all our copper. They're putting them in all the cell towers for the wires because they have big, thick wires. They need a lot of copper. 50-cent piece is nice. Mm-hmm. That's true, Loretta. The steel stuff. What's that noise, Max? Hold on 1 second. For some reason, there was a noise over here. And there shouldn't be any critters. Oh, okay. It's just something sliding. Got it. Oh yeah, those cell towers. You have a bunch of $1 gold quarters. Nice. I've never seen one of those. Oh yeah, the value in those cell towers, they're made of aluminum, so they'll burn. But the wires in them would be worth massive amounts of money. I don't know how you'd even carry it all because the copper wires in those things are like an inch thick. They have a casing around them, making them around 2 inches thick. And you'd have to strip off that inch of rubber just to get to the copper. And that's going to be like, a couple pounds a foot. Like for each foot, it's going to be like 2 pounds. That's going to be heavy. Hmm? What's that? Not gold, just gold color. Why? Don't know why. Same size as a quarter. Oh, you gave away a gold coin as a quarter? Oh, that sucks. Is that what you did? Oh. People were talking about scrapping them before they went up. Yeah, the amount of metal in there. Yeah, it'd be worth a fortune. Sure of it, a bunch of them. Oh no. Yeah, I had to go around and pull them all out. Absolutely. Holy jeez. Yeah, a piece of gold the size of a quarter would be worth right now about $500. How much is a gold quarter worth? Let's see. Um, so they're saying it's just a layer of gold, so it's only worth 25 cents. How much is a gold quarter worth? There have only been 91,000 gold quarters issued. Um, so it says it's worth around $1,921. If you gave one of those away, that would really suck. It was about 300. Yeah, I have a couple of small gold pieces. It was $1 gold coin, gold colored. Okay. I have a couple little teeny coins. I think they're a tenth and tenth of an ounce or something. Pretty small. Silver is easier to buy and cheaper. So use that line. I don't know what line you mean. I didn't catch it. Half troy ounce. Nice. Yeah. Good for trading during apocalypse. Or when we start up a new system that I'm hoping is based on gold or silver. We just have to redistribute the gold and silver that's been sucked up by all these oligarchs. And the economy should run pretty good. You get rid of usury fees. You have government issued loans at 0% interest. Nobody is caught news. I'm hoping we go to that type of a system. Russia's doing it. China or India. There are many of the Singapore. There's about 5 or 6 other countries that I've heard of that are going to the gold standard, gold or silver standard. Yeah, yeah, maybe. Yeah, we might be able to get some gold from there too. Wouldn't be pure though. And for some reason, Canadian gold is the best to buy. It's got the purest level. I actually didn't believe that until recently. But I have bought some American silver, which our silver is purer than others. We're 99.99. Most places are 99.9, which is pretty pure, really. It's very pure. Yeah, that could have been what happened. A lot of people think that, Scotty boy, that every once in a while the Anunnaki come by and get their gold from the kings. The kings are supposed to collect the gold so that they can take it back to their planet and in Zachariah Sitchin's mind, interpretation, use it to enhance their atmosphere, maintaining their long lives and healthy lives. So they are okay with us having no gold and them having all the gold. Think of this possibility. If we had all that gold and it was everywhere, strewn across the landscape, and it was just used as an element instead of being such a precious item, would we have the long lives and good health that these other people enjoy? I think it's a good possibility. What if we were able to pour gold into our atmosphere, make it into monatomic gold? Every plant you ate would be filled with it. The air you breathed. 32 grams. Wow, that's a lot. That does make it worth recycling. Over an ounce. A couple $1,000. Quite possibly, Loretta. We'll find out. I'm hoping we'll find out. We have to beat. We'd have to get our planet back first. We have to take control of the knowledge that they've hidden and really see what's going on before we can do anything about those others, if they exist. Yeah, that does make gold worth a lot, if that's what it's being used for. We know that monatomic gold in your body will give you pretty much anti-aging properties. If you get, if your atmosphere is filled with it, who knows how good your health could be. We might live for hundreds of years in an environment like that. What would bring a whole new set of problems? What's that, Scotty boy? Say that diamonds high. Actually, diamonds were like rocks everywhere. They are in Africa. Diamonds are nothing. They're everywhere. But you just can't sell them. Only the companies can sell them. So yeah, people in Africa use diamonds as paperweights because then they get big ones, like not like these old puny things. They get gigantic ones. They're everywhere. It's just because they won't allow them to be sold that we pay such a high price. It's an artificial system. It's artificially kept low by limiting the production. Yeah, you can make monatomic gold. I've done it. You have to use acids, and it's a messy, long process. Hi, Max. Acids and bases, and you alternate the two in pH until you get the right dissolution of each step, because it does take several steps and it takes constant monitoring because you have to maintain the pH at certain levels for various periods of time in order to dissolve the metal enough to make it into monatomic gold. Yeah, that would be a good way to hide it. Yeah, exactly, Matty. Monatomic gold apparently disappears at certain temperatures, so you could hide it in a room at a certain temperature. People could walk through it and nothing would really happen except until you change the temperature. And yeah, it's apparently got an anti-gravity property to it. So anything that it's attached to weighs less. So transportation would be easy, Yeah, no gold in any reserve that you can touch now. When was Trump at the WEF? This looks fairly recent. I'm not sure. Let's take a look. You want to go up there? Okay, go ahead. It is a pain, beef Remus. Everything's a lie. Yep. Yep, that's true, Scotty boy. When was Trump at the WEF? Yeah, let me check that out. See if we can get replay. Pause. Let's see here. Share that. Okay. Make sure we've got the volume up. Let's see what we can glean from this. So this must be recently this year because they're calling him Mr. President.
Well, we're here meeting with world leaders, the biggest, most important people in the world, and we're bringing back tremendous business in the United States, and they're all here to see. I'll be making a speech, and then we'll be leaving.
Yeah, this is the most recent.
Very important. The other's just a hoax. It's the witch hunt that's been going on for years, and frankly, it's disgraceful. But
so this is a
we
recent
look forward to
video.
Here, Klaus has done a fantastic job.
Sip
Again,
to
we're
you,
meeting with
beloved.
the biggest companies in the world, the biggest businesses in the world, and world leaders, all for the benefit of the United States. We look forward to
When they tell you to be positive, but it's negative ions that are good for us. Yes, exactly.
Well, I'm a big believer in the environment. The environment to me is
Monatomic has had my interest for years. I don't think it's a cheat. We were meant to be superconductors. Yeah, I take colloidal silver and gold pretty much every day, Mediar. The reason I do that is because one of the acids you can use to make monatomic gold is hydrochloric acid. So if you can get gold and silver down to a very, very small particle size and then run it through this system, you can break it apart into monatomic elements as it's going through your system. And gold goes through a color spectrum. When you're making it into a colloidal or a particle, it goes through a color spectrum. It goes from a slight reddish to a deep red, and then it'll turn a purple, and this is going descending in size of particle. And then it will turn black after it goes a dark, deep purple. And then after that, once you make it to a monatomic form, it switches in almost an instant to monatomic, and it becomes white powder, solution. And yeah, that's the process of making it. It's complicated and it takes a really long time. If you can find a good source and somebody who's actually dedicated themselves to sitting there and making it good, that would be awesome. But it'll be really expensive. No, I haven't seen Scratch going floating around anywhere. I've seen Zoe and a few others that haven't been to class lately. Sounds like shit. No. But yeah, you can get that same effect over time of the anti-aging effect using colloidals. You can try and make your own monatomic gold, but I tell you, it is a hard process, long, and yeah, it's expensive because you've got to buy the glassware, you've got to buy the chemicals, you've got to buy the pH meters and the solutions. pH meter alone to make colloidal gold was $285, and then you have to buy different solutions for that pH meter. So that costs extra money there. And you have to get balancing strips and beakers. And it really gets expensive. Uh, but yeah, I did do it. But very expensive and time consuming. I just don't have the time to make it. But colloidal silver is easy to make. So that's what smoke blown up sounds like. The Trump BS, yeah. How can you be sure for killing people with your powder yet making vaccine at the same time? Yeah. They love you, they hate you? Is that what they want to save you? I think it's the former, yeah. Egyptian royalty, well, the United Arab Emirates in that area, I might be wrong on the country, but they have one of the largest human trafficking systems in the world in that area. Non-atomic weed. What did they used to indulge in? Mediar. Need to get the darn silver coins? Yeah, well, yeah. I use silver coins to make my colloidal silver. I have a 9-volt power supply hooked up to 2 pieces of silver, and they're suspended in distilled water. And in about a week after you plug it in, it's to a pretty good level, and you can drink it and get some benefits from it. All you need. It's real simple. And you can do the same thing with gold, just with a 12-volt power supply. What didn't they indulge in? That's a good question. The giants drank the stuff, but it was in the food then, recycled through their blood. What, the gold or... drank the stuff. Which stuff? Colloidal silver, monatomic gold, adrenochrome. We haven't talked about adrenochrome, so I thought that's where we were going with the Egyptians. Well, if we had, like, if they've, who knows how much gold they've taken, if that's true. They may have taken millions of tons over the past hundreds of thousands of years since the King's List was written. Right? If the King's List is true, and the King's List was 400,000 years long, how much longer have they been here? In 400,000 years, you could mine and walk away with so much stuff. Yeah, the monatomic gold. Okay. Yeah. And then recycle through their blood. Yeah. And then all you would have to do, right? That is a one theory, that the reason for having life on this planet is for the life itself to collect the gold, and in some cases make the gold. Because the giants, yeah, like Roger says, you go and find some of those titans. If you can find their heel bone or their foot, at the bottom of their foot will be a deposit of gold in most cases. Okay, where are you going? You're all over the place. Yes, I love you too. Don't take my headphones off my head. He's got such a strong tail. Yeah, that could be Loretta. Well, we look at people like Lady Gaga trying to, pretty much put it out there. That woman is flat out sick, you know. And apparently, my wife told me that she even claims that when she's on stage, um, she has no idea how she's able to perform the way she does. It feels as if she's possessed. So I don't know. And her and Tom Hanks, I know you want to sit on my lap, don't you? All right. I think it's dinner time, guys. So I'm going to cut it off. Much love to you all. Keep that third eye open. Use your intelligence and your intuition. Okay. Bye-bye.